Welcome back to Mental Wellness Evolution. I'm Jeff, and thanks for being here. Tonight we're talking number 2 of my tools that I think everyone should have in their toolkit. And tool number 2 is meditation, okay? Meditation is one of the most transformative processes that you could ever add to your life. It's been monumental in my own journey, my own personal growth, my own daily wellness, and it's something that I utilize constantly every morning, every night to just help me get centered, help me get focused, dive deeper into my spiritual practice, clear energy, all kinds of different things, okay? There's a ton of very good uses for meditation, okay? So I'm gonna go over a few of them in this video to kind of just give you a little bit of what you can get accomplished with a meditation, okay? First and foremost, meditation is a great practice for learning to observe your thoughts. It's a great practice to just lay down on the couch or get into the meditative position and practice centering yourself back to the breath. Practice coming back to the moment and learning how to disconnect from your thoughts. And you'll start to recognize that your thoughts come up over and over again, but we train ourselves to just come back. We train ourselves to come back. It's like kind of like training an animal, guys, in some sense. I mean, our minds are very chaotic, especially when the stress response gets activated. But this is a good place to practice. I say meditation is practice for life because in this application, it absolutely is, because we want to be able to do this throughout the course of our day-to-day lives. We want to be able to be in the moment, and the mind takes us off course and we bring ourselves back, and the mind takes us off course and we bring ourselves back, okay? So that's one of the best practices that you can get into just to start. You're going to start to recognize, hey, I'm actually in here as the soul spirit aspect of myself that has the ability to observe my mind and my thoughts, okay? The next reason that meditation is absolutely useful is because it allows you to train your focus. Now, you can do something in a meditative state called a body scan meditation, and this is a great practice for training your focus. You basically just kind of get yourself in, you get into some breath, and then you just start to focus on an individual part of your body. So focus on your foot. You keep your focus on your foot, and your mind will start to go, but you keep coming back. And then you can move it up to your legs, and you can move it to your other foot, and you can move it into your thighs, and into your waist, and into your belly, and into your chest, and into your shoulders, and into your back. And as you do this, you get better and better at this. You'll understand that you can start to focus a lot better. It's a great way to practice a focus. And focus is so important, guys, because where focus goes, energy flows. And it's valuable for so many different reasons. If we can really, truly focus and laser in on stuff, if we can get into natural laws of the universe and what we actually focus on, that's how we actually start to manifest things for ourselves in our lives, okay? The third reason that this is great is it's just a tremendous spiritual practice. And if you start getting into things like the esoteric and the chakra systems and things like that, these systems are going to help you to stay grounded. Again, this is a great focusing exercise, but there's 7 different energy centers inside of our bodies. And we can get into the practice of focusing on each specific center, and we allow ourselves to kind of ground it, to really root ourselves back, to keep ourselves really, really, really rooted, okay? This is a very tremendous practice. It's a very spiritual practice. And if you've never done the chakra meditations, I highly advise you to just try it out with a guided meditation. There's tons of good guided meditations on YouTube, guys. You can get in there. They'll kind of guide you through it. They're great for visualization of like the colors and the systems you go through. You start at the root, you go through the sacral to the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and eventually to the crown. And you'll find that your energy feels very, very balanced. You feel very, very peaceful and things like that. And this is one that I utilize personally very, very frequently because I think it's very important. We take on energy from all over the place, guys. We get it every day from people, from places, from wherever, and it's good that we just can ground ourselves back into ourselves, get that energy kind of cleared, get ourselves back to balance, okay? It's a great practice for balancing the masculine, the feminine, and everything like that within ourselves, okay? Another great reason to meditate is to utilize visualization. Now, visualization is a great practice to get into because of the thing with our mind, our brain, is it can't tell the difference between an experience we're having within ourselves and one we're having in our external reality, so that we can actually get into a meditation state and actually start to visualize the type of person we'd like to become. You can get into this state and ask yourself, what would the highest version of me look like? How would I walk? What would I think? What would I talk like? What would that be like? We can practice this while we're visualizing, okay? We can also take a chance to just kind of, something going on in the course of your day. Maybe you've got a meeting with a coworker who annoys you, or you're playing on a sports team with somebody who kind of drives you bananas. You can visualize yourself in that situation acting and behaving the way that you would like to behave. Okay, this is a valuable thing that we were taught even as kids. I remember in sports they would always say, hey, visualize hitting the ball, visualize where it's going to go, visualize making the big play, visualize, visualize, visualize. And this is a powerful practice, guys. And when you start getting into natural law of attraction and that type of thing, what you can create inside of your mind in a visualization, you're going to put energy behind. And if you put enough energy behind, you will start to manifest and attract those things to you. So visualization is such a great tool that goes along hand in hand with meditation. The final reason that meditation is extremely useful is that within visualization is it allows us to practice trying to feel elevated emotions and getting ourselves into an elevated emotional state. So you can go inside of a meditation and again, visualize something in your mind that brings you happiness, that brings you joy, that brings you peace. This is a great way to just work on feeling more elevated emotions, feeling more joy, feeling more peace, feeling more abundance. We can literally just do this in a meditative state. And the experience is one that we're having internally. And it's so important that we work on our internal state, guys. And this is a great way to help us deal with what's going on inside of us. It's even like within that, a great way to start the day, help us find the present moment, get ourselves kind of centered in the now before we head out through the course of our day. Because if we can get ourselves into an elevated state, it literally sets the table for the day that we're about to have. If you walk out the door and you're already feeling happy and joyful, it's a lot easier to find those things in the world because we literally view the world through the lens of our current emotional states. Whatever's going on inside of us is what we're going to perceive outside of ourselves, regardless of the situation or circumstance, which oftentimes are very neutral, but we apply meaning to them with our emotional states. We project what we're feeling onto that reality. So if we can actually do this to start the day, get ourselves into an elevated state of emotions, and then get out and attack our day, we're going to have a much better day moving forward. I think it was Dr. Joe Dispenza that said, hey, if I can get over myself to start the day, then I've already won the day, okay? So those are 5 great uses for meditation. I think meditation is such a useful practice that everybody should add and get into in their life. And you don't have to do this, like everybody thinks meditation, they immediately think like Buddhist monks and yogis and like Om Namah Shivaya and stuff like that. And I mean, you can get to some of those states. Obviously those guys, some of them meditate for 12, 15 hours a day. Start small, 5-10 minutes a day, set a timer, go within yourself, okay? When we don't go within ourselves, we go without, because it's all about our internal world, because what we see in the external and what we manifest in the external world is a direct reflection of what's going on inside of us. Meditation really helps us to deal with what's going on inside of us. And the better we get at dealing with what's going on inside of us, the better we're going to be throughout the course of our day-to-day lives. Have a great day, guys.